Have you ever wondered about those tiny, vibrant jewels that seem to float in midair? Today, let me take you on a fascinating journey into the extraordinary world of hummingbirds. These remarkable creatures begin their lives in a nest no bigger than a walnut shell. The mother hummingbird meticulously weaves spider silk, plant fibers, and tiny bits of lichen to create a stretchy, flexible home that expands as her babies grow. Inside this tiny architectural marvel, she typically lays 2 eggs, each about the size of a pea. After about 2 weeks of incubation, something magical happens. The chicks emerge completely helpless, barely the size of bumblebees. Their mother works tirelessly, feeding them as many as 2,000 times per day by regurgitating nectar and tiny insects into their hungry beaks. But here's where the story gets really interesting. Within just 3 weeks, these tiny babies transform dramatically. They develop their signature iridescent feathers, and their hearts start beating up to 1,200 times per minute. That's 20 times per second. Their wings begin to move in that distinctive figure-8 pattern that allows them to hover, fly backward, and even upside down. Speaking of flying, did you know that some hummingbirds make one of the most impressive migrations in the animal kingdom? The ruby-throated hummingbird, weighing less than a nickel, crosses the Gulf of Mexico in a single flight. That's 500 miles over open water without stopping. Their daily life is equally fascinating. To survive, they must visit hundreds of flowers every day, drinking nectar that equals twice their body weight. At night, they enter a state called torpor, where their body temperature drops and their heart rate slows to just a few beats per minute. Nature's way of helping them conserve energy. But perhaps the most incredible chapter in their story is their role as pollinators. As they dart from flower to flower, they carry pollen on their heads and beaks, helping to sustain entire ecosystems. Some plants have even evolved specifically to be pollinated by hummingbirds, developing long, tubular flowers that perfectly match their specialized beaks. These tiny warriors face countless challenges throughout their lives, from predators like larger birds and even praying mantises, to the constant need to find enough food to fuel their incredibly fast metabolism. Yet they persist, bringing joy and wonder to gardens across the Americas. And here's a mind-blowing fact to wrap up their story. Despite their tiny size, hummingbirds can remember every flower they've visited, and even how long it will take for each flower to refill with nectar. They're not just beautiful, they're brilliant. The life of a hummingbird might be brief. Most live only 3 to 5 years, but it's filled with more wonder and achievement than many creatures hundreds of times their size. They remind us that sometimes the smallest things in nature can hold the biggest surprises,